Today I would like us to learn about two things: insight and awareness. These two things are kind of related, but if one is partially practiced by a person or is partially in a person, it is going to affect the other part. In a definition, it says insight is the capacity to gain an accurate and deep understanding of someone or something. But awareness is a knowledge or perception of a situation or fact. It means you may have insight of yourself, and you can have also awareness of your environment and awareness of yourself, because awareness is a perception of a situation or fact. Fact does not occur inside a person. Fact occur around the person, but insight, it can occur inside a person. So what happens when a person have a partial insight? It is going to affect awareness, because she is not, or he is not fully aware of what he have to face the environment that is surrounding her or him. So if you are not aware of something you have, it means you don't know how to use that thing you have. So knowing about it has no any advantage unless you know how to use the thing. And being all aware but you don't have insight, it is also going to kill you, because you die in a paralysis of fearing the fact, because you don't know what you have inside you that is related with the fact around you. But if you know the fact only, you know the fact that, for example, I know the fact that I am in an environment where beauty is needed. I'm in the environment where financial independence is needed. I'm in an environment where food is needed. But I don't have insight about how am I going to get this food. I don't have insight of how God created me to be able to access those things which are around me. I know they are there, but I don't know how to stretch myself to reach those stuff. So this also was the difficulty during the division of lands after Joshua took the Israelites to the promised land. He was dividing the lands according to Moses' instruction. It was one lot to every tribe. Also, the Joseph's son, they got their own lot. Their lot was big, and also there was another people who were dwelling. They failed to drive these people out, so they turned these people in slaves. So it made this land is big, but it is not enough because we are mixed. So they went to complain to Joshua that the land they have is not enough. They had insight. They had partial insight, but they were fully aware. So having partial insight and being fully aware, it can turn into a problem when you are supposed to get what you want. You are aware that you need something. You are aware that there is something there. You are aware that that thing I deserve, but you have partial insight of the potentials you have to get that thing that you are supposed to get. We get this in the book of Joshua. Joshua 17 verse 14 up to 18. We'll read. It says, "Then the children of Joseph spoke to Joshua, saying, 'Why have you given us only one lot and one share to inherit, since we are great people, inasmuch as the Lord has blessed us until now?' So Joshua answered them, 'If you are a great people, then go up to the forest country and clear a place for yourself. There is the land of the Perizzite and the giants, since the mountains of Ephraim are too confined for you.'" It means these people, they had insight that they are they are great people. Also, Joshua knew that they are great people. So it reaches a time where God gives you something equally, distributes things equally to each and everybody, regardless how small you are, regardless how great you are, regardless how white you are, regardless how black you are, regardless how tall you are, regardless how short you are. There is equal distribution of things. But when you have insight of yourself, it means you will know that God gave me this thing, but I'm too great to have this thing. Doesn't mean that God have to give you, or your king have to give you extra supplement just because you're great. It means you have to fight to reach the greatness that you think you are. It is not a sin to think that you are greater than the other. It is really, really good thing because you have insight of yourself. But you have to know what assignment comes with being great. Assignment with being great, it means you need a great land. And needing a great land, it doesn't mean your king or your president had to come and supply a big land for you. No, the greatness you have, it is a greatness that you have to use to expand yourself. So they had insight that they were great, but they did not know what assignment comes with the greatness. And also here Joshua is getting another assignment of giving them affirmation, starting to teach them self-affirmation. You know this, but you don't affirm. You only know that you are great people, but you don't know that you are also powerful, because you are great people and also God gave you power. So Joshua had to start talking self-affirmation to the sons of Joseph, because they only knew little about themselves. They only knew that they were great, but they didn't know that they were powerful. But even after knowing this, they didn't know what assignment comes with being great and being powerful. So when we go to the next verse, which is verse 16, it says, "But the children of Joseph said, the mountain country is not enough for us, and all Canaanites who dwell in the land of the valley have chariots of iron, both those who are Bethshan and its town, and those who are of the valley of Jezreel." And Joshua spoke to the house of Joseph, to Ephraim and Manasseh, saying, "You are great people and have great power. You shall not have only one lot, but the mountain country shall be yours. Although it is wooded, you shall cut it down, and its farthest extent shall be yours. For you shall drive out the Canaanites, though they have iron chariots and are strong." If you go back a little back to this history, these sons of Joseph, even that one lot they were given, they were not able to drive out the Canaanites out of the land. So they turned the Canaanites into the slave, and they lived with the Canaanites in the land. That's why at the end of the day, the land was not enough for them. And they had awareness that there is mountain and there is another land, which if we possess, it will be enough. We are very aware that if we possess this land and if we possess this mountain, it will be enough land for us. But we don't have enough insight about what do we have. The only thing that we know that we are great people, but we don't know that also we are strong people, and we don't know also what strong people are supposed to do. Because if you are a strong person, you are not supposed to be scared of the Canaanites who have the chariots and irons. Even if you are scared, you have to look back to remind yourself, how many tribes were you able to drive out of their land with a God's hands on you? It means the God's hand still stands on you because he told you to climb and to go conquer the city. So why are you afraid now? Beside, you are confessing that you are confessing that you are great. Great people are not supposed to go against God's promise. Great people are not supposed to fear. Great people are not supposed to back up just because they saw the chariots and the irons. Great people are supposed to, after being aware, they are supposed to see how are we going to turn this situation into our favor. The same goes to us today. We raise our children, or we grow ourselves to be very aware of what is going on in society, to be aware of what is needed in the society, but we don't have insight, we don't have full insight of what we have in us, that God has put in us for us to face the society. So we end up dodging into small satisfaction that creates dependence, that creates addiction, that creates a lot of bad stuff, which at the end of the day are going to kill us because we lack insight of what we have. We are too aware of environment to the point that we are starting to highlight only the problems. We are not highlighting the possibility of us using what we have to face the problems that are in our society. Everybody wants to be recognized. Everybody wants to be great. Everybody confesses that she's great, she is blessed, or he is blessed. So we want, because we are talking self-affirmation that we are blessed and we are great, so we want either our president or our leaders to come and do us favor just because we are blessed. But no, the assignment of a blessed person or assignment of a strong person is to stand up against the odds. It means somehow you have to stand up against the odds. You are living in the era which everything is changing, but you are living with the mindset of the era that had little experience of the changes of the world, to the point that it is affecting you to keep thinking of yourself as great without accomplishing anything great that signifies or approves your greatness. At the end of the day, it will make people not recognize or not notice you as a great. So in order to feed the hunger of greatness that you have, you are starting to do stupid stuff so people can notice you, and so you can be in all of the social medias, forgetting that being great or being powerful is doing great thing and doing powerful thing under God's guidance. And nowhere in the Bible God tells you that great people are walking in the street naked, or blessed people are talking nonsense in the internet about other persons. So you have to know, you have to have fully insight of yourself. Who am I beside this degree I have, or beside this certificate I have, or beside this thing that are in front of me? Who am I really inside? According to what is going on in the society and the gift that I have inside me, what am I really supposed to go and do? Because awareness, it answers the question of what. and insight, it answers the question of why. So most of us, we are concentrated of what, we are running to answer the what without knowing the why. Without knowing the why, you won't answer the question of what, because it will bring confusion, and this confusion will also affect you personally, and it will affect the society you are trying to help or you are trying to embrace, because at the end of the day, it won't answer their question, but it will increase the what. So as we see or as we listen this word today, we have to sit down and try to expand the insight about ourselves, the insight about our gift, the insight about our blessing, the insight about our ability, and the insight about our faith. After being fully aware of your insight, that is when you will be able to face what's going in the society, because there is too much awareness in this world that we are living nowadays. Everywhere, when you touch your phone, you're going to get awareness of something else. When you talk to your neighbor, you're going to be aware of something else. When you open your TV, you're going to be aware of something else. When you call your parents, you're going to be aware of something else. When you enter into social medias, you're going to be aware of something else. When you're going to church, you're going to be aware of something else. So this awareness is too much to the way that it is confusing us. So we don't know which parts in us we have to use to solve which problem. So we are trying to solve wherever problem is coming to us. Anything that we are aware, we want to control it, but without knowing why, we are not going to do this what as it is supposed to be done. May God bless you. From today, you increase the insight of yourself, the